Hey everyone, RogueGold here, and today I have something pretty awesome that I want to show you. If you've played the Division 2 at all since the Year 4 content kicked off with TU15 and Season 9, you're likely aware that exotic components have become a very desirable resource, primarily due to the introduction of the expertise system, which allows you to upgrade the power of your builds, both your weapons and your gear items, but once you get to those higher levels, you have to invest a lot of exotic components in order to receive those upgrades. Now, there are a few different farming methods out there that people use to try and get a lot of exotic components, in large quantities, but they're not always the most consistent. Now, the devs have added some recent additions to try and alleviate the exotic component farm grind, those being in TU16 they introduced the option to be able to get exotic components from control point and dark zone chests, but that's not guaranteed. It's only a percentage chance every time you do one of those activities. Well, my friends, what if I told you that TU16.4 has actually brought us a new farming method for exotic components in the Division 2? You're watching it right now in the background. You might be thinking, what am I talking about? Well, a little birdie told me that I should go and replay the General Anderson manhunt mission at the Fairview power plant once I'd already beaten it, and I should see kind of what was in store there. And so what you end up finding is that every time you complete this mission, and like I said, any difficulty after you've completed it, rerun it as many times as you want, you get a guaranteed exotic at the end, right? Obviously, the first time you get the doctor home because that's the exclusive reward for completing the manhunt, but every subsequent time you complete this, you get a guaranteed exotic. I ran it twice before recording this video just to make sure that that was absolutely true, and I will play those clips in the background of me getting those exotics. I ended up getting a Sweet Dreams twice, which I think was just a coincidence, but from the information that I have, this is not a bug, right? This isn't something that the devs are then going to take away. This is the intended design of this Season 10 Prime Manhunt Target mission, is that whenever you replay it, you get a guaranteed random exotic. Now, on these two runs, which again were the first time I had replayed the mission since doing it for the first time back on Tuesday, I got a 14-minute and then a 13-minute clear time, respectively. Now, I guarantee that once people replay this mission a lot and they get the spawns down and they understand, all the different components to it, you can pretty easily get that down to like a 10-minute run, right, with the right build. And also, I should mention that I ran these on normal. You don't have to run it on challenging or heroic or whatever. It can be on the easiest difficulty in the game and you still get that guaranteed exotic at the end of the run. So look, I'm not trying to say, and I'm not going to market at all, that this is necessarily the best exotic component farm in the game, right? You've got methods like the Wony one where I think you can start a new character and do some weird, mishmash of stuff in order to complete a project, and you get one that way. There's people who also just like to really grind countdown, target something that can get you the exotics that you want, then you buy the caches and deconstruct those. There's other ways to do it, absolutely. But I wonder if people are going to end up finding this method more desirable or just better because it's a guaranteed exotic, like I said, about every 10 minutes once you get the runs down, and it's just probably a little bit more fun to actually be playing the game rather than doing the Wony method, for example, where you're just creating a character and doing all these weird things. It's actually just a mission you can run and you get a guaranteed exotic. So I don't have too much else to say on this one, everybody. I just absolutely wanted to let you all know that we have a new exotic component farm in the game and just an exotic farm in general. Maybe you have some exotics in the general loot pool that you're still trying to get. This is going to be a great way to try and get them, is just to run this mission a few times, whatever difficulty you want, depending on how fast you want to clear it, and you're going to get a lot of great stuff. So happy hunting. Thank you all so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and be sure to subscribe with notifications on so you can be updated every time I upload. Let me know your thoughts about this new exotic farm that has been added to the Division 2 with Title Update 16.4. Is this something you see yourself doing for either exotics or exotic components? Do you think that it is necessarily a better farm than the other methods that are currently out there, or where do you think it ranks among them? I'd be very curious to hear any and all of your thoughts about those topics, so certainly do leave them down below. That is going to do it for me today, though, everybody. Once again, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and until the next one, guys, RogueGold. Ow.